Hey, what's up, YouTube? Jada up here. This is going to be my TNA LockDown 2009 review. If you're not subscribed to the show yet, go ahead and click the yellow button over there. Easy, can't miss it. The one that says subscribe. Make sure you click it. Okay. I got to inform you guys that earlier in the night, I made a video where I basically made a deal with the TNA fans because I'm known for going a little bit harsh. I'm known for being harsh on TNA. So I made a deal with the TNA fans saying that only one match had to deliver, and I would give this pay-per-view a good review. The one match was Mick Foley versus Sting. So, you asked the question, did I think this match delivered? You see the smile on my face? Yeah, you know what that means. So, but you know what? You guys lost the bet. I'm going to tell you right now because this was a bad match. But I'm still going to be fair to TNA. And being fair to TNA, if I have to review this whole pay-per-view fair and balanced, I'd have to say that this pay-per-view totally fucking sucked. And that's a fair and balanced review. You better believe it. First match tonight, X Division Escape match for the X Championship. It just has X Championship. It's supposed to be X Division, I guess. Whatever. Suicide ends up retaining his belt against Black Machismo, Sheik, Abdul, Bashir, Consequences, Creed, and Kiyoshi. I gave this match 2 stars. It was very slow for an X Division match. And don't give me that BS excuse saying, oh, it was in a cage, so it was supposed to be slow. No, it wasn't. They still had all of the abilities and utilities at their disposal to make this a regular X Division match, but they did not do that. You know, because X Division matches, they really go outside of the ring anyway. So they might have been contained in the ring, but they still had all of the materials at their disposal to make this a, you know, regular good and make it the pace of an average X Division match. But this match was very slow. Actually, it was like an elimination match. I didn't even see when Consequences Creed got eliminated. Like, honestly, like, they had some bad camera work in that match. But Suicide ends up winning the match because he escaped from the cage by leaping onto Kiyoshi. And, yeah, this match was, I gave it a 2 stars. This was not a very good match. Moving on to the next match. Queen of the Cage match. ODB versus Madison, Rayne versus Daffney versus Sojourner. ODB ends up winning this match. Wow, you know, nobody knew that. I gave this match 1 star because it was very slow. They never picked up the pace, not once in this match. And ODB ends up getting the win. Everybody knew that was going to happen. I don't think there was any doubt. It seems like this match was just thrown together in the first place just to have a Queen of the Cage match. Because, what connection does any of these girls have with each other? That's how you knew ODB was going to end up winning the match. I gave it 1 star, like I said. New Japan Junior Tag Team title match. The Motor City Machine Guns end up retaining their belts against Latin American Xchange and No Limit. This match, I gave it 3 stars. Motor City Machine Guns, they were pretty good in this match, their usual selves. But the breakout stars in this match were the people that you wouldn't think belonged in a junior tag team championship match. And those people were LAX. Hernandez, he was great in the match. He was my favorite guy in the whole match. And actually, it was points of the match where I actually forgot that No Limit was in the ring. Like, they totally disappeared for most of the match. They weren't impressive at all. Motor City Machine Guns, they were their usual selves. Latin American Xchange totally impressed me. They saved this match. 6 Sides of Steel Doomsday Chamber blood match. Blueprint, Matt Morgan versus Abyss. They've had like 50 million matches with each other. Every single one of them has sucked, and this match was no different. I gave it half a star. Both of the guys started bleeding out of nowhere. Like, this pay-per-view, it had a lot of cheap bleeding. Like, people think just because you start bleeding and everything that it makes it a great match. No, because this match totally sucked. It never got out of, like, second gear. It was slow during the whole match. So basically the usual of a Matt Morgan versus Abyss. They need to just scrap this. I don't even care if you have a storyline ending to this. Just end it. End it. Put us out of our misery. TNA Knockouts Women's Championship match. Angelina Love ends up winning. Oh, and Matt Morgan ended up winning that match. In a Knockouts Championship match, Angelina Love ends up winning her first TNA Knockouts Championship. She defeats Taylor Wilde and Awesome Kong. I give this match 1.5 stars. Only reason why I gave it that high of a star rating is because during the match, Awesome Kong goes to the top rope and does like a 450 degree flip. That was like, wow, I did not expect somebody as big as she was to do something like that. But that was excellent in that match. I will give her due for that match. But the point in the match that I absolutely hated, Angelina Love, she just got knocked out. I think she was like legitimately knocked out. Taylor Wilde goes to pin her 1, 2, and Taylor Wilde breaks the count herself. Angelina Love didn't even kick out. Then Taylor Wilde goes to pin her again. 1, 2. Angelina Love doesn't kick out. Taylor Wilde breaks the pin herself. Angelina Love, she was like absolutely out of it. Absolutely out of it in this match. And she goes to pin Taylor Wilde in like a schoolboy pin. It was a very weak pin. Taylor Wilde ends up winning this match. Oh, and they had ODB. They had Awesome Kong's hair like tied to the cage, so she couldn't even get loose. Like she was gone for like the last bit of this match. But yeah, Angelina Love wins, and the referee actually had to hold her up. That's how weak she was. I think she was like legitimately knocked out. I gave that 1.5 star. 6 Sides of Steel World Tag Team Domination title versus title. Team 3D ends up defeating Beer Money Incorporated. I give this match 2.5 stars. It was very lackluster. Nothing really noteworthy except for the Bubba Bomb from like the top rope. That was about the best thing that happened in the match. But yeah, everybody was bleeding all over the place. Like it was basically useless. Like blood is. They're overdoing it in TNA. Like every single match, does it have to have blood? Like really, whatever. Like I said, 2.5 stars. This was, billed as a street fight. They were talking about, we could go in the streets of Philadelphia. We can go, anywhere. And, they started out in the cage, went outside, were in the crowd for a little bit, then went back in the ring. I'm like, what the hell? But, yeah, this match was very lackluster. Not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. 6 Sides of Steel, the return of Lethal Lockdown. Team Jarrett ends up defeating Team Angle. This match, I gave it 3.5 stars. This was a pretty good match. It was the best match of the night. AJ Styles, he did this like crazy spot off the top of the cage after all the guys were in the ring. They lower the cage, so him and Kurt Angle crawl up to the top. Kurt Angle gets up there, beats him up a little bit, crawls back down. AJ Styles then jumps like through this opening in like the middle of the cage, jumps on the guys in the ring and everything. That was pretty cool, but it looked like he hurt himself doing that jump. But yeah, Jarrett, he actually hit AJ Styles in the head, I think, with like a chair during this match. It was accidentally though. But the match ends with Booker T, AJ Styles standing right there, and Jeff Jarrett has a guitar in his hand, and he's actually had to stand there for a minute to decide who he wanted to hit. But he ends up hitting Booker T. AJ Styles goes to get the pin on Booker T. That match is over with. Team Jarrett ends up winning the match. But Bobby Lashley, he comes out after the match. So that's the world champion. Like, I was totally surprised by that. TNA caught me 100% off guard. I did not think it was going to be somebody of Bobby Lashley's magnitude. So I will give a hand clap to TNA for that. Yeah, and earlier in the night, Stevie Richards, he made his return. So those were the two world champions that made their return tonight. Stevie Richards and Bobby Lashley. Last match tonight, 6 Sides of Steel main event for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Hardcore legend Mick Foley versus the Icon Sting. This match totally sucked. And I knew it was going to suck, and it ended up sucking. I give it like half a star. It was totally slow. Mick Foley was selling too much. He started to bleed like within the first minute, probably even the first 30 seconds of the whole match. It was real cheap. This match sucked, and Mick Foley ends up winning the match. Mick Foley is new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Mick Foley is a TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Let's go down the list of the TNA World Heavyweight Champions. You have Kurt Angle, made in WWE. Sting, made in WCW. Samoa Joe, made in Ring of Honor. Mick Foley, made in WWE. That's your whole history of your TNA World Heavyweight Championship. All guys that were made in a company besides yours. But whatever, this pay-per-view sucked. It really did. I'll give it like maybe a 3.5, 4 if I'm being nice out of 10. I would not recommend this pay-per-view. Like I said, it totally sucked. And don't blame me for being hard on TNA. Blame Jeff Jarrett. Blame all the people in the creative team. Blame them sucky-ass matches for tonight. It's not my fault. Do not blame me. I'm just speaking the truth. Take it for what it is. Peace out.